is Jen, and this is your deep flap yoga stretching class. So we're just going to find a comfortable space. I have my yoga mat here. If you have any like space, anywhere you can move around, that's perfectly fine. And then we do use a blanket or pillows, and those are just to help you get a little more comfortable. So if you have any kind of couch cushion, I have my yoga blankets here, but if you have any kind of couch cushion or any beach towel that you'd like to use, sometimes it's nice for under the knees, especially if you're on carpet. And we also use a strap. So I have a yoga strap here. Looks like this, but you're welcome to use a towel. A dish towel works great, hand towel, a belt, a band, anything that you can hold in your hands, because that will help us to connect our hands for some of these stretches. So just give yourself a moment and bring everything back to your space. And we're going to start seated today. So I'll wait for you to get ready. Take your time. Welcome in, welcome in. Perfect. And my rule is, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Simple enough, right? Okay, and I give lots of modifications. So just do what works for you today. Every day's different, and we're all in a different space in our healing process. Okay, so we're just going to start by rolling around for a moment, just starting to feel that lower back area. Go one way a few times and then the other way a few times. Nice and gentle. Always checking in with that low back. I'll do a few more rounds on each side. Making sure that we're breathing nice deep breaths. Taking one ear to the shoulder, just breathe in. And as we breathe out, draw your chin down towards your chest. Feel that gentle stretch in the back of your neck. And as we inhale on the other side, draw that chin down towards your chest. Getting that nice, gentle stretch. We'll do one more on each side. And easy. Perfect. Now just taking our fingers to the tops of our shoulders and gently making some smaller circles. And depending on how far out we are from our surgery, if you're fresher out, like less than 6 months, you'll want to keep it smaller. Those of us who are closer to a year or more, we can go a little bigger with those circles. God. We're gently stretching the chest, warming up that upper back and neck area. And now let's connect that to our breathing. So inhale and exhale. Got nice big circles. One more time. Perfect. And now just shake out those hands for a moment. Wonderful. So we're going to start on all fours. If at any time you'd like to cushion your knees, you can put that blanket or that beach towel under your knees. And so we'll be on our hands and our knees to start. Taking those wrists right under the shoulders and the knees somewhere under your hips. And we'll start by just wagging our tail side to side. This is a nice little stretch for that side back area. So just moving side to side. Perfect. We're still breathing. And then as we come back to center, we'll move into our cat-cow breath. So as we exhale, rounding our spines, dropping our head. And as we breathe in, arching our backs, lifting the chest. Good. Just moving nice and slow here, feeling the back, the neck, the shoulders. So you'll feel that little stretch in the belly as you arch. That's totally normal. It's to be expected. You just arch as much as feels good today. Good. We'll do one more inhale and exhale. Perfect. Now taking your knees a little wider, sit your hips back towards your heels and rest your forehead. We'll be here for a few breaths, child's pose. Nice. You can come to that pose anytime you need a little bit of a break, okay? Now taking the hands forward about a step, tuck your toes under and lift those hips up for downward dog. Keep your knees bent here a little bit and just feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. And then we'll slowly walk our feet forward between our hands and just let your body hang here. Keeping the knees slightly bent, just drop your head. It's okay if your hands don't touch the floor. You can interlock elbows if you'd like. Slowly walk your hands up your shins and up your thighs. Come all the way to stand. Good. And now we'll take our hands on the hips and just making a few circles here, one way and the other. Perfect. Good job. So let's go ahead and take our right foot forward a little step. And then we're going to interlace our hands, pressing the hands away from us, and then moving your hands to the left. So you get this nice little stretch in that right shoulder blade. If that's good, breathe in, come to center, and exhale, release. Perfect. Switching feet. So step the right foot back, bring that left foot forward, interlace your hands, and then move a little to your right. So you feel that nice stretch in the upper back. Perfect. And just breathe, looking at your fingers. Breathing in, come back to center. Release your hands and just bring your feet back to neutral. From here, we're going to grab our strap or our towel or belt, whatever you have. So bending our knees to pick that up. And then we're going to take that prop in our hands right behind our backs. So your hands are about shoulder distance apart, maybe a little more. Great. So just starting with that, and draw your shoulders back and start to kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together a few times. See how that feels in your chest area? So that's one option, okay? So we'll start with that. And the next option is to lift your strap a little until you feel the stretch, and then slowly bring it down. So that would be the next option, to inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good. So that nice gentle stretch in the neck and the shoulders. And you're welcome to keep moving like this, or you can lift that strap and press through your knuckles, lifting your chest. And just enjoy that nice stretch there in the front of the body. Tiny bend in the knees to protect your back. Good. Breathing in. And then breathe out, release. Nice work. Take your strap and just set it down. We'll come back to that later. And now just taking one hand to your shoulder, we're going to come into those little half chicken wings, right? So just roll that elbow up and down a few times. Good. Now your opposite hand, the one that's free, you're going to take that one to the top of your head. And as you pull your shoulder back, not pulling your head, okay, just gently guide your head to the side. So we get this nice stretch along our neck. And maybe look down a little bit and breathe. Good. Nice, bring that head back to center. release it and roll the shoulders in between. And now we'll do the opposite side. So fingers come here and we make those nice little wings here, rolling around and down. Take a few more, keeping that area nice and warm. Good, now pulling that down, taking the opposite hand to the top of the head and just gently tilt your head, maybe looking down slightly, and breathe. Wonderful. Come back to center and then release. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to come into the low lunge, which will stretch our hamstrings and our quadriceps and hip flexors. So what I'm going to do is put a blanket halfway down because I have a harder surface here. But if you're on carpet, you probably don't need anything. And then we're going to move down together, okay? So breathe in, reach your arms straight up and feel that nice stretch. Perfect. And now bend your knees and come on down nice and slow. And let your head hang here for a moment. Now press your hands, bring both knees down to that blanket for a moment, taking your knees a little wider, and take a little break in child's pose. Good, extending your arms. Wonderful. Coming back up to our knees, we're going to take our right foot forward. So if you need a little bit of help, you can put your hand on a wall or a chair or use your balance, hands to hips. The right foot comes forward. Good. There we go. And now interlacing your hands, take your hands onto the top of your right thigh. Perfect. Maybe walk your right foot forward a little more so you can start to bring the hips down. And this is really stretching the back leg. It's your hip flexor area. You'll also feel that scar a little bit because it does stretch the belly. So just come down enough so you say, okay, this is a good stretch for my thigh and my belly. And once you find that place, just breathe. Good. Relaxing our shoulders. Come up and taking your hands to your hips, walk your right foot out a few steps. So your right leg is going out to the side. Good. Keeping your hands on your hips, we're just going to twist the torso towards that right knee. That's it. And breathe here. Good. Breathe and come back to center. And now taking the hands down to the ground. So take your time, get the hands or the fingertips down to the ground. Good. And your foot is still facing the side. So option one is just to keep your foot here on the side. Next option is to kind of move your knee and lift the bottom of your foot and come back. So this is stretching the outside of that right leg. Perfect. We'll do a few rounds of movement. And then if that feels okay, we always check in, every day's different. If that feels okay, you'll just let your leg kind of hang there with the bottom of the foot exposed and gazing down towards your hands or your fingertips. Relaxing the shoulders and breathing. Right knee meets left, rock a little bit, and then we'll rest in our child's pose. Good. foot forward into that low lunge. Take your time, interlacing the hands. Gently take your hands onto that left thigh. Maybe walk the left foot forward a little bit and start to bring your hips down. So we feel that nice stretch in hip flexor and the scar area. You just feel that stretch there, not too much, not too little. And then once you find that, we'll breathe here, a few deep breaths, feeling our strength in the front leg and our balance here and the stretch through the back leg. Good. One more big breath out. Perfect. Come up slowly. And this is where we move the left foot out to the side a little bit. So your toe is pointing in the same direction as your knee. And hands come to the hips. And then we twist a little to the left. So twisting your torso, your chest towards the left knee and breathe. Very nice. Back to center. Keep your foot placement as it is, and we'll take the hands or the fingertips down. Good. So you have your hands or fingertips here. Make sure you all can see the bottom of the foot. You can expose it. The knee comes out to the side, and then back in a few times. Perfect. See how that feels first. If everything's okay on this side, you can hold the stretch, just letting the leg hang and just letting your bottom of the foot stay exposed here and breathe. Perfect. Bringing that foot down again. Hands are pressing in, just gently bring that left knee back to meet the right. We'll rest in child's pose, knees as wide as you like. Relax your forehead and your arms. To add a few arm variation options if you'd like. You're welcome to keep your hands straight out, or you can take your hands together and just bring your elbows forward, forehead down. You can stay there, or you can bend your elbows so your thumbs come to the back of your neck. If that doesn't feel good, please come to one of the other options. Release. Nice. Okay, so we're going to come all the way onto our bellies now, and I'll show you where we're going from here. Just like it sounds, extend your legs out and take your arms wherever you're comfortable. I like to take my elbows to the side a little bit and rest my forehead. Deep breaths here. We're going to move into a very gentle back bend, and this is from the Sphinx family. And if you're newer out of surgery or you feel a lot of stretch in the belly, it's better to have your arms more forward so it's less of a lift up. But if you're comfortable and you're out of surgery for a while, like a year or 6 months, however you're feeling, you can take your elbow directly under your shoulder and press your hands. And then we just let the hips settle, and that's our back bend. So we're stretching the belly, we're lifting that chest. Good. And then gazing down gently to protect your neck. Just breathe. Perfect. Taking the arms out so that you're comfortable. You can rest your head to the side or forehead down, whatever feels better. And now we're going to bend our knees and take the knees a little wider. I call these windshield wiper legs. We just rock those legs side to side, relaxing our head. Let your legs relax down. Take a few more deep breaths here. Press your hands, and we're going to come back to child's pose, coming to the knees. Taking time on the way back, maybe rocking a little side to side. There we go. And come on down. And now a side stretch. So walking your hands over to the right side of your mat. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, draw that left hip towards the left heel. Here we'll switch sides, walk your hands over to the left, take a breath in, and drop your right hip towards your right heel. We're coming back to center. And now we're going to set up for some seated stretches. We're going to use our strap, possibly a blanket or a pillow to sit on. And take your time. So I'm just going to fold my blanket in half and give myself a little bit of support here. And then I'm going to sit on the blanket with the legs stretched out. So finding the strap, take your time, and we'll meet here. Get the legs out in front. Very good. Okay. So just sitting up tall, we're just going to kind of roll the feet around for a moment. So flex your feet, pull your toes towards your head, and then point your toes. Do this a few times. Good. And then we're going to make some big circles. So, if you're on the AI drugs at all, the joints get really stiff and tight. So it's always good to kind of roll the feet around in the morning, stretch your feet, get that movement. Try wiggling your toes a little bit, spreading your toes, see how that feels. Nice. Okay. And we'll grab our prop, our strap, or our towel. Put that around the balls of the feet. You can bend your knees to get there. Sitting up tall, maybe a few rolls here to give yourself a nice good grip. Lifting the chest, big breath in. And then just let your elbows soften, bring your chest forward. Maybe you'll feel the stretch more in your hamstrings, the backs of your legs. Some people feel more in the back itself. It doesn't really matter, just see where it feels good in your body. And keep breathing. Slowly release your hands, give them a little shake. Nice. Finding our right leg, we'll bend our right knee and keep your left foot active, extending the left leg. Now the left hand goes around the right calf. We'll breathe in, reach that right arm up, and now twisting to your right. Very good. Feel that upper back twist. Take your gaze wherever it feels best on your neck and keep breathing. Back to center, and the right leg is going to just go out to the side like a little butterfly wing. Perfect. And then you can use the strap here. The strap's already there, so we'll just scooch the hips back a little, grab the strap, and the strap is on the bottom of the left foot, and same thing we did now, but just one leg. So we'll feel a little more stretch in this right hip, maybe the inner thigh, bringing the chest towards your left toes. Good. And breathe. The back. It's always good to stretch the back. One more big breath in and out. Perfect. Coming up slowly. Just leave the strap there, extending your right leg, give it a little shake. Good. Now we'll bend our left knee. Right foot stays active, gently flexing. Right hand to the left shin. Breathe in, left arm lifts, and exhale, left arm back. There we go. Nice deep breaths. Perfect. Inhale, bring that left arm back forward, and now that left leg comes down, making that little butterfly wing there. We have the strap on the bottom of the right foot. Now we can slowly just bring that chest forward and stretching the legs. Here we go. Breathe. Relax the face and the shoulders. Big breath in and out. Nice. Coming up slowly. You can move the strap to the side. We'll use it in a little bit. And extending those legs again, give it a little shake. Very good. Now we're drawing both feet in for butterfly. So the soles of the feet are together and the knees come out to the sides. You can hold onto the shins or the ankles, whatever feels best today. And now start just by lifting your chest up, pulling your shoulders back and breathing here. So we get this nice stretch in the front of the chest. Good. Think of leaning back a little. You'll feel a little more stretch in the shoulder area. Excellent. Now keeping your chest up, keep this formation, but just draw your chin down towards your chest. So we're stretching the back of the neck. And breathe. Good. Come up slowly. And then just relax your legs. Okay, everyone, we're going to transition onto our backs. So we'll use the strap. So keep the strap about halfway down your mat so you don't have to get up again. And then anything that you'd like for relaxation later, if you want an eye pillow or socks or a blanket or another pillow, just get all that close by so you don't have to get up again. And whenever you're ready, take your time. We're just going to scooch forward, hold the backs of the legs, and roll down onto the back, bringing the knees into the chest. Good. Just roll the knees around. Just relax your back here. Perfect. Roll the knees in one direction and the other direction. Great. Taking the soles of the feet down, we're going to give the legs a little bit of a break and just stretch the arms for a moment. And this one, you can go as deep a stretch as you'd like. So we'll start with bending the elbows, and maybe your arms are to the sides and you'll feel that stretch in your chest. Again, if it's too much, bring your hands lower. If this is okay, you can come up through all the way towards 90 degrees on both sides. So again, if it's too much, elbows down or hands down, okay? And wherever feels best, we're going to stay here and breathe. I like to take my feet a little wider and the knees close. It feels good on the low back, or just anywhere you'd like the legs, wherever it feels good. Nice deep breaths. Perfect. Now just bring your arms down wherever you're comfortable, hands to belly or by your sides, and rocking your head side to side. Good. Okay, coming back to center, we'll take that right leg, figure for the right leg over the left. And then keeping your left foot down, just rock your foot side to side. And you can keep it small here. This is stretching the back and the hip, the SI joint area, or you can make that movement a little bigger. But staying mindful, keeping the shoulders down. Perfect. Okay, and we'll just switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Figure for left leg over right. Right foot stays down, and we start with some smaller rocks side to side. And maybe if it feels good, we can go a little bigger side to side. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Setting both feet down. We'll go into a little bit of core work and remembering that the core is not just the abdominals, but the whole area around. And we're going to work our lower backs with some pelvic tilts. These are really simple but really effective movements, and you won't see a lot, but you'll feel it. So I always say the same thing. Pretend like you have $1,000 bill underneath your sacrum, your low back area. Put that $1,000 bill down there, and now tuck your pelvis. So press your low back down so nobody can grab that money. And now you're feeling your abdominals contract, and then relax. I like to take my hands to the hips. It kind of helps give a reference point for that tilt. So pressing down, exhale, and relax. So we're arching slowly. And we'll do several more of these, just nice and easy with your breathing. You don't have to count. I'll let you know when enough is good. Enough is enough. All right, but this is, nice and subtle and helps to release the back. Do about 5 more breaths. So exhaling, press. Inhaling, arch. Just take your feet a little wider and do some gentle windshield wipers here. Get that nice stretch again in the hip flexors. You'll feel that tightness, that scar area. Just move through mindfully. Good. We'll take the feet back to hip distance, and this is where we can use our strap. So keeping your left leg bent, the strap goes on the bottom of the right foot. There you go. Doesn't matter where you hold on, whatever feels best for today. And now feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Good. So option 1, you can just hold this stretch. Feels really good in your hamstring, the calf. If you'd like a little movement, if that feels better for your back, you can make some small circles and you'll still get that stretch. Good. And holding onto the strap with just your right hand, let your left hand go to your left hip. And again, if you feel like the bend is good, you want to stay there, you can. Anyone who wants to straighten that left leg more or all the way, that's up to you. So go by how it feels. We're just going to open the right leg out to the right, stretching the right inner thigh. Keep breathing. As you breathe in, come back to center. And we'll switch feet. So now the left foot goes into the strap and the right foot is down. Knee stays bent to start out. So you can feel the back of the leg here, or if you'd like, you can start to make some circles around. Kind of a little back massage. now we'll keep the strap just in the left hand, right hand to right hip, left knee stays bent, or you can move it towards straight. And now that left leg goes out to the left. Feel that inner thigh stretch, good. Keep breathing. As you breathe in, bring that left leg back up to the sky and then bend your knee. We're done with the strap today, so just put it out of your way, taking both knees into the chest and making those easy circles again. One way and the other way. Very good. So setting the feet down, you can grab a blanket or a pillow if you'd like. And I like to put this between the thighs, kind of like when we sleep and we have something between the thighs. We'll move into a spinal twist. So if you lift your hips a little to the right, set them back down, and let your knees come to the left. And that way the knee is a little higher than your hip, and it's less pressure on the low back. Perfect. So just let your arms relax, let your shoulders stay down. Take our time, slowly bring the knees to center, lifting the hips a little to the left, setting them back down, and that way the knees can gently twist to the right. We'll keep the shoulders down and breathe. Deep breaths here. Perfect. Slowly coming back to center. And then to finish up here, we'll take the right knee to the chest, holding the back of the leg. Left knee can stay bent or leg can move towards straight. Even a little bend is okay. And now roll the right knee around. So we're gently massaging the back and the glute, bringing some fresh blood and oxygen to that scar area that is most likely still healing. Perfect. We'll switch sides. So grabbing the back of the left leg, right leg bent or straight, and just roll that knee in and around. like to put anything under your knees to protect your back, you can do that. You can even keep your knees bent together. It's whatever feels comfortable. Today I'm going to put the blanket under my knees, and then if you want to put anything under your head, you can also do that. So just taking our time here, finding this nice comfortable space where we can start to relax our bodies and soak up our yoga. And once we're there, just take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now using all of our breath, we're going to inhale to the count of 4. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do that one more time together. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now just breathing naturally and closing the eyes. Rest for a few moments. gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. And slowly take the knees in towards the chest. And just rolling onto our comfortable side. Rolling up for a moment. Press that top hand into the ground and come up to a comfortable seat. If you're very comfortable, you can just stay there. Most of us are at home, so do what works for you today. Once we're sitting up nice and tall, take a big breath in. Exhale, relax your face. Take another big breath in. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Take our hands onto our very own heart, and we'll take a moment and just think of something that we're grateful for. Anything at all. Take our hands together, keeping this feeling of relaxation as long as possible. Thanks for being here, everyone. Namaste.